Ah, just muted already. No. Male. Ling ya na. Okay. Biar apa lagi? Mana nunggu macam mana dah? Dan cebut gua tatne. Kejarai me. Mana we cadel awak ketel celas. Mana cedo derai ketuk kawai ni. Yang agak. Kau mau macam mana ini mana ngedong deran tergetam. De yang Korea ka. Dirai gue imo. Kata me itam wa. But cabu te temalade. Ko me jauh kira me. Namanan tu jadi konten nearly hours. Tu kon kena me. An mukawaku te na wal me pal me de na the pal ke mi kwa commemorate na law kon mukit kon ke me dan itu riak me ale kalau kita de la me de commemorate na dial kich mo ni jen ko ntame riak me che jikije ta de South Sudan ta na gari tun por kone me chane ku kon kel do Marai nyal sama ni terdo. Hey, cine dia ni right na macam. Okay. Ke nya. Angare mana lari cing war name micina de la ler dongbo. Den bugur kono banarai mo galing. Ling korodan gua de la tan teje. Ku name ba mi tawo we ta de kan kel de kil mo gala ke kuide ko ni de tawonati ko ntam min chum na chu ke no na nearly 500 mi ta rai mi ta we ke ta kwen de da de ro do mo se mo de gor pe de la ru na me to na chami yen nen chelin ka nya ga da ma nya ke di kon je kon chieng me ba ko wana ba ke lo kon daro de ko ben me te ke ri me chaling we mon ke lo de we kon ni ja kon daro ku me dan ya ku jen chak barai kana chak rai ko wai ni me ta ku du men me ya chu na do ya Uganda an mo ko wo ku re ga dan ni to ke ti kon to do ra mi ya lo ku de lo boabe atur ma kon cha kodra derten nuari te dor ganilen tin na de pe dane tora kon gari nyong ka gari kikai ne de tin gar gawa wa ya de derten wono to kon chienda like tora pai tawo wurin chup kan sometime what kono wolti tawo ni changon ya pan tawo changon woni ko wolti chang rew mo me to ke jenda de ala ne di al bolo wonan go ye to be ta di tenati kon for rew da to ke ta wat ke changda shanda china yi ke ben ni yi do ko kai wa yi chi ko ri ku bi ku jelo gul ben kana ne den kwanala na yi ku bare re ki ni do kon ti yi wo la ne yi garama chari wo cha ne yi bi ki won pe manga ke pe thong mi yi ki ko biten kon wana me re te wan wona tin tena chi ni me yi lu jok gen wo lu na jok kwana bo quê ya ken bắc ba ra điện mình có cầm chi ni ba quê lệ ken utia đi một cái phim nữa ha ken quê yên ngã ni cái gì này đàn này quê có cái đấy cha nào cái thảo hoa chỉ có bên chân nó có bắc cái thu mình làm cái này theo guru mình chân cái mày chẳng có thể tin ye bên mày yor nó đỡ nó quan đến thổ nấu thu nó chỉ mày yor anh ấy là gì thu cụ bên nhau ấy không ngắm chỉ mày yor anh nên point đến yang ngô bara ở bên nhau ở trong thu đuôi làm mà cái quan lên nó tự nhiên al makher bên ra lu cụ ring cái gì lu cái ring cái ngay cái gì con này không cháu bị nó có cụ ring nó đuôi gar ke ring yo ban pin thu đuôi hiểu nó đuôi mấy là hiểu yo đó mà rồi nó người al makher ye quara này đuôi ye khabrar ye jo bra rồi na ra cái thu làm các là bra su gara bara gara ti ya jama chino hasan ka gara mete ni ma tot point da luang je tai en ta chu ne kwa ka wa ba be ram mai be o kam ne jordan baran bar niam da ono ni wan ba ka wa tan chung bala chen bi ko ben ne dia yo ben me ben ko kon wan ko yo ben ba ye give bitana we ka te ran jalan ya bar bete ni niam da ono ba ko ba check the bi check the ring we ba o kan ba kam ne ra ko kan mo ring ka nyo wo ka do le gan ni ko ka re te ko wo we ka bi wo bi ka da ni ga lo da ma ni wur ya lo ko da ni ko kon gar ni wa ta tin bi ko wa ba no nga kan no ke kan bu tang yen ko bi dam gar mi ya lo do kan da ma tu de bi do ke ba phal tong be gar gi di ni ala ma wor ba no ba mar ko kan wo we ke gar wo lo gar di thai ngar al do be ra thai no ro de ba chu do ne ne ken ne ne ba bhar gen da ma tu na won dol ji kan ba na ne ri du lo thong kan da ro ba na wi ni kon ba ku ga wa ke ko man ko walel kon ni tho ko to wur mu din mu chang so ni mar ka ma khen có con uốn đi con gà thì lâu đi qua dạo năng thì lâu của quân khi này đang cái mấy chuyện như mà rồi chỉ biết mấy chuyện như mà rồi chỉ đột cháu lên liền mà chuyện rồi mà chả phân phân lấy tôi có nó ra bao cũng là chơi nhua rồi bị thay này chuyện bao chơi nhua rồi bị thay này chuyện mà cái gây bạn chơi cái nhua rồi một rồi được cái đòi mày mà khi nó mon thà đấy ya bare ya bare lo la jiran lo te dem pichirim de ko ya bar sa jarana chu pal to lai ko ni tin ba jo nyora bi we give tana we no men bi ya cha gu ye kenu che bago wa go jo je ni ko wa ka no ta ko ra me yam ka ken ti dia mi jo yo ke đồ gì vậy ta những câu nghe phong đi tức là bây giờ ngay đi chứ phong đi chỉ cái là chả có câu bậc áo chỉ chế rồi chuyện chả bị đấy cái này bị cái này mà war cái gar cho con đi ăn con chiên à làm của quân thì ngoài ăn thì cho nhiều bên này tụi này đang bảo vệ đồ thôi anh đuổi leo mấy ăn năng tin bé mà khi bị món này đó ba na ju kai ba ba ka thana wa ka line ba ka yen ko ra ni yang ba yen ko ra ndia line no ko ba nang na ko no de la no ko de no ko ba no ko bang de la ba ten tam a police station u de la ba ya tin the clinic mu to opposite ke je wa mo ge ya thal ni ta law me wa me thal ma dong ye thal no anang no ko ba nang ba lai ko dia be ram pu na gan ba na dia li ne jo da ba yen ke bi du ba yen ko ram nó bây giờ cũng năng ở kênh bảo hộ ra cái kênh đi ní bảo hộ ra kênh năng ở có để chấm đi chạy bài nô cái bài giờ cái máy bài lại giờ cái thằng máy nó mi sao ở lo man có thằng gan đi nông khó rồi gà lên thằng của nhau mà khó rồi chỉ gà đàn gì là phải chiếc ở trong có con gà rồi cha đâu gà mà cái nó mặc thứ đấy anh chỉ mà vào cái bên cái đó ông vợ mua mấy áo nó bộ chụp nó đỡ rồi nó bảo nghĩ gì đó con thao cái lu cũng bảo thao sinh ngay rồi bênนี้อย่างนี้nó có ví dụ cứ chặt chân cái nó qua nó qua bộ là bất kể thằng này nó qua cái chỗ thằng là bên nhau bên thế cái nó bênนี้khai ngay này là đấy mà nó phải để bận na bây giờ mà chụp anh đi chặt cũng phải đi chặt khu này chặt theo mà ngay này chặt lo guru nó để nó rồi cái nào bên gì nó phải để nó phát bị Europe bao nhiêu nó khá là cái mà mày anh ta nung nó có bao cái chỗ cái police station nó đã nhà chụp đấy bao cái chuyện work cái thiang work cả cái vấn nạn nó thiang nên vừa để thiang vừa ní yếu đi như này nó thiang cha nhà nó cả chúng trầm dân cái thao cái mua quan nào phải dân cái đông để ra điện để nào phải mai qua này đòi làm mày cái thao về cái gì thì ní quan nào mới chạy khơi bẫy cái loạt cả nó khao nó thiang cái thiang loạt cái đuôi là mày đuôi là lúc điện một cái lâu qua vào nó xin bao nhiêu người có loạt cái nào bao nhiêu người phụ đuôi bây mà khơi bao nhiêu cái bao nhiêu đó mà khơi là gar qua lên một cái làm cái chuyện mà bao nhiêu chẳng mua được money bao nhiêu nhiêu đó ông qua bây mà khơi bao nhiêu nhau bằng ngày bao nhiêu point đuôi cái đuôi phim cái gà rồi mà chơi chân yang chơi chân yang cái yoga rồi liang ở điện Korean nó có con ngắm đàn thì một cái gà rồi bọn nó gà rồiวันnày chơi nè đi thang nào dù rồi bây giờ lo bảo cái bao nhiêu cái người chơi chân rồi gà rồi của mình cái gà rồi bang lăng cái bên nhur chẳng lăng por chỉ cần à coi chỉ đồ là làm ấy chỉ là lia guru nó đâu có được nó kêu cái gà nó đuôi na nhau bằng guru yang kia nhá nó mấy chỉ điều guru là điều có năng đấy gọi đồ cái gì bảo nó ngân quan điểm nó ra thôi anh là cái mình ăn có nó cái là gà đa rồi thôi không dân thế này thì à nó đấy có cái gì đứa có mấy ai không nào quên nào là vừa nó bà rồi bây giờ mình này quên nào luôn nó gạt thì đi guru bao nhiêu đó guru phải đi bán nó nhau mà đâm mắt cái này chứ nó cái là telephone cái nó cái piani cái cái ngôn để thì bao nhiêu quay cái dialogue bao qua cái dialogue quay bao lấy loa ra được cái đua cái nào ngoan chỉ là lấy ít hoàn rồi được phật vô lấy loa có lấy cái bà đi nó mới cái mấy là cái chuyện đó gọi là không là nhiệt na mới thiếu point du đi rồi nhiệt cái mà màu đi xin vào đuôi loa cái khai đấy vào đuôi loa cũng chỉ như vậy rồi bữa đấy loa cái tiếng to quen bây giờ nào đấy bao nó còn vào con lũ cần thật dân qua bao phòng xin thế cái nào rồi đấy loa cái tiếng có đuôi ren dân thà nào nó cái thảo quát cái chân đà lên thành đi dân cái gì mà cô chỉ nói chơi mình làm để nào là gì để quyết định cái làm guru đi liền đi gì liền chỉ tham cho vợ anh bao ngủ này mấy cháu năng coi cháu mấy cháu đuôi loa vào đây loa của cả loa cái thùng là cái two locks and loa rồi đuôi lấy của cả cái gì kêu gak kejari gak kejawa menen ni me chau wari me chau gari to wen yo khir mi to ya cha yo ko pile le shu ko to je ui na thong ro bi ro le yor ni al bi mon ta na bi ni ken de chi tiang ke le la nge en ga to dien yo ri al mo wa da ni de man khong da ni mu ki ni bi ai kwi nge ye bi de to de che lo de cho ko ke le cái chân ăn ran thế cái gì Young watch nothing, many now queer, Michin out queer, and but that Ramayadetic, Kanagari, who may young yet me. What God will jolly Gary you when he and Anna naked eater. Queen Ake live 1 hour window in the joggy. Now we be cool. Guri let guri jom thought. Go away got thought yom nicka changda. Canton Tao Pelican, queer con one. Can a rat, Bago no now may lock young Bago but now. Banan yam toluana one. May work at top the Kenta Baroni. Who now, Chow which are not known to Nana. The garment to deny you Niana. Would be knocking on. Chinari, Nai, who young Naka Kina, did call the Lancom Tana Shabay door. One more. Cái thao bật cái ram thao bật ni thao bật qua quỷ như thế, một phụ nữ áo ngay với đồ để bay quan thị, ra toàn cái nó đi ăn mua, thế cái làm thế cái Nokia đã mấy đồ cái telephone cái gì, bảo yêu rồi, bảo gari con, vẫn quan thị này là bảo nó gore cái bảo sol, bị cái bên này dân, phải đơn thao cái good đêm nè bia cái bao nhiêu khả năng quá, vì mà vừa rồi anh đã mà nó khủng, để bà cái nhiều chơi ngay của chị con nó gồn cái nào nè, anh nói cháu cũng ngay con nó quên cái cụ đề, nào ngoan cái, cụ thao về cái này dân chỉ mới ra đây là nó cái, vừa cái foran được nó thui cái phải ăn được, rồi thì là qua mình đi một dân thì là quên, we run cái chuyện dân chung bin kan ga da rago guyar ba bana no tebe kan real kan mawar ko mawar da to le ka yiwen me yalling demand ni ci me on mawar bele te la man ni na yo ne lor kele why you do bele no we ka ta bada 30 who now ben kon liva ko ka dong ba garo ben tana rami muri ro pal ben gwa ro pal ben ten Ngwa jen ngwa bi ko ben kan ne na ko ben ngwa yu ko ben cái chó mi còn tôi là nó tôi là there the square like trong theo ba đang theo con anh đang ngoan ya chó mẹ theo cái two windows dọc đấy ko ben ko nó thu mấy ní kiến thân nhân qua đây này qua thôn nó ba na đoạn mai chào cha này mấy kiến cha này cái thu quindi là two window ni jogi or then they open fire at that time to me ya mai cha ba mai kan to go mring to nim chai je mai point ta ko bar chokoda choda chabar dinu mi chi dei chi ko wan wan ken de ni kan ko lo wi tu be ru ke me o ko la ba ko wi te je wan ke la ba ke te lo kwa na ta na ru ko ni kan ko kon ya kan ko ne da waru gwa ya kan tin aro 400 ke 400 ni to which go ga 500 ko estimate we cannot say figure mangai ko you kau ka kwen but can wo na ga ta na ko na ko ben ko dio ko ben yan ta ba de ko to ni kan ko ben kan ba na kan rawde wodi no ben jir ma ga ta wal mo ta wal ket and then ke ta wa no me walel ke dir mi ko kana na wonde no mer kana pretend la yer mi chin xio ku yo yi ni ke kan wo ta na tramri ngai ni yo ta na te ka ka gwa ni yi na lo de par gwa ta ka mo ka ta ba kel mo ta bro yo probat o ta kon mon ko ri di ma ya la ko na wal ni dam bro yi do ri di ti ga dala ni chudi wal ni chudi to ke ti la ji chingo ko pal ni ko pal ni ga dan ni galwa ga dan ni ma war ni daman ka daman tudin ka gari ti kan ni si ka gar lo ga gari le ni gar ga wa da bang man ni do ri ta na ni chang tram ni ka tudin no ka na ni chang ka dia ko wa ya we ka do anang na da no na na bi ta na lo điện kwai o pal ka cha na le no na lang na dir ma ko ta ye wan yen ai ro na ba ken ki ba na ni ye bra ma ba ro ba cái bài rồi cái bài na cái chỗ quá mọi chân quá đàn ý thua tu jin go mi gar bu we mi linh cha ya la ri nya cái này ngon wo ka wodien mi je thera mi ben wodien ning ke le je so we an ko lo tu ye gar khung an bu na ka ba ke le wong ti an je yi ben wo lo no ka o ko buri duel ke le ke ni ri mus e duel lo pu wo o bu jin na ke ta paket wai kwa na la dong ma ya nen truck ni te dit to kwa tu la na ken du ni ki go ne te ya na yi ken te ne ya na ba truck ba nang te ba ga ken ba ko kwang te ne ni de ko ni yu ba ke ne u ba ni mu na tram ta a wa ma ba me la ba ke mi ya ngai ken u te ne ya na ko de ni na ti ye ben cái liên ba liên cái nhà máy này là vậy, mấy anh bên mai của nó của đoàn nào, cái nào thì theo làm ngay, tháng chín là vì nó cái, mấy nhà bằng ngay cái nó cái nhà nó na cái chia, cái đồ gì thì long nó cái nhà nó nào qua cái nhà gì cũng sử dụng vui lên na, barang rồi được bùa, mấy cái bên cái này thì bên, cái ura nó thành phố. Chapang ni ya ni ke ni de lar gam rure ko me do ru to cher me de na wore we de we char gwa me ya na pi ko chang ne garu ke ne ngate ye te ya len ko garu do wa ya na ja chipen ne ke gwa ne kre ko tiok na la ba ke ba on ke ne ba ke bi ji na ba no do jok cha wuli ngadi dan me ya wore yin bis gwa mo jin gwa da ne to de do yang kel ko ni do ni ja nya ba nang ne cái này ngon còn đây đang bóng mặt và còn đây đang quên cái mấy cái là này để ba được luôn mấy ao cái goro đều còn năng ra thol này là còn đi lưu cái và dead bodies kala và của nó ra cái ao là thì chính cái dual core point đấy dual cái din bóng mặt cái chụp taoอยู่กันก็อยู่กันนะที่ที่มันง่ายอย่างJerman cái làm một cái này 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 là không có bảo thị bài thị chính nó mới chào ấy qua palan cái có năng giúp teaching rồi gì tiếng giúp teaching ya năng giúp teaching cả là ô thế thì ngoài ô thoại còn này giúp bọn này để bay bọn có bao long có bọn đây này theo ông là qua một chân mấy năng này đây chỉ ra liệu yok trong qua class ô là này đâu khán đại chẳng qua bây giờ chụp đối qua cái nào cũng là qua nên này qua nào liền cái ngân point này chẳng làm cái nào khu này cái nào bên thu này này cái đàn đi có mà đàn nào mà qua cái liệu theo anh thế làm cái ta này thì áo liền cái nào về coi tener dia we na ke khaga na ku de me am na je dol wal la bang na ba je we tenin dia ke dol wal e charma changwal bakel we na ke changwal baro we na chang an kwa ke mu wo ba re lwa re tie re yunamis ke de ten wan jeng wa kwa le won yan ke yunamis ni dia le ten dok dol wal ko wong lun ka ko ni ndaro dok den chân trắng vô chân bị chèn cho nó vô hoàn đi cả theo gần mấy nó wow cái bớt là vô cái chèn nó này đây vô nó cần rồi đi để bỏ đầm mấy giờ năng ok nó mới vô chơi à cơ và lũ nó cần vô một đồng wow hoàn ở đây rồi đây thôi biến nó thì này là con đi lâu qua năng cái garden mấy đồ rồi cái dân đi 19 đi 20 cái đi 21 qua quan nào mấy ông ngay cái này đồ có biết quan nào là nát chi này cái chú này đều còn thì cũng là generally qua guardian cũng là năng ấy cái này thì giải qua vậy cái gì nó theo ngay hiểu quan nào phải ngay thì nó quan cái biết rồi đó anhยังqua rồi rồi bờ thani này trái ngay chú nên là cái mấy cái tỷ lệ mình December 15 này phổ đi mà người dân thua ini dia lah cakap nanti ni yang tong nora ke tong nal ria gadan jitu ko mana matai go tama จักก็ได้เว้ยบอกกันนี่เราของบ้ากันนะกูเทนเยไม่อะไรละก็จักไปยันเดละ but การไม่ใช่หน้าร้านนี้เรื่องไม่เจียกก็ใช่แยก knowledge แช่ทอลเทดาเทวทอก่อนได้อะไรกันนะยันนี่ที่เล่นมีเท่าไรไม่ทิ้งคนยากก็เป็นงานนี้เป็นทิ้งบอกกูไม่ได้เนี่ยคนละนั่งนึกไปเข็นกูบ้าเป็นยังต่อเลยต่อระดับสิ่งนั้นไปเข็นก็ว่าได้เยอะจังวันเข็นก็ไปจังวันดีก็ไปบ้านวันก็ยุบก็เป็นต่อระดับสิ่งนั้นจังวันดีก็ไปวัน2014ยังไงนึกว่าวันนี้มูไรนึกคนรอรักเจแต่ก็เห็นแต่ก็ทุ่งวันที่ตลาดบ่เนี่ยไม่ใช่นาไรถึงแล้วก็จะยังไม่ไรนาลงกระดองได้ถึงได้จานนาเจโอเคคนที่ทำมาท้าทายกันเลยชอบที่กูดูนะขี้ดูนะนี่เราคนนี้อ่านนะที่มันเลยคนกันมันว่ายังไงกู and account experience ก็มีจุดหัวกระดานจะรู้ที่เราบ่งกูเรื่องมันดีก่อรักเป็นจะนำมาเล่าเรื่องได้ is of it มันถึง is experience that comes ไม่เจ้าชาร์ลาเป็นยัง story way มันที่เรากู is of it I can just say it มันเล่าดูที่เรากูบาลลาเรที่จะดูปรีนี่จังเทรุ่นวันเบก็เบเทรุ่นหุ่นหัวไม่ใช่ร้านที่เทคเดร้านอะไรร้านเดร้านอะไรว่าร์ถึงวันดีกัน person experience ครั้งทุกคนจักถึงกับมุกบูร์กูดีเจียลองวิธีดันไม่ใช่เราไม่น้อยอยู่ดูว่าเทกับมันก็ลองดูเดลานาไม่ได้นี่ถูกแค่เดียวยุกก็ไม่ได้เป็นถ้าเดลาเรื่องว่าถ้าเจ้าเดียวเลยครั้งมันไม่ได้เป็นแค่ดูคนได้ดูคนนี้ทีเดียวไม่เจียไม่เจ้าว่าอะไรกันคนคิดก้อยเด็กจะได้กว่าไม่ได้รู้ว่าเจอยายชวนไม่เจียไม่ได้ละไม่ใช่จะเนี่ยหนูกูเบี้ยไงไรด้านไรคนเขียวชนะลิวจังหวะไม่ขี้เขียนคนนี่มีโทนปันจันทร์เงินทองเนี่ยไม่รู้ยากเนี่ยดำไมอยู่พอชี้จันทร์นักนาจังโน่นักนาจันทร์วันบักเก็ตจังลิวนาลงทิ้งจันทร์วันบักเก็ตจังวันบาร์จังวันบักเก็ตจังมีช่วยนัวเลยนักนาวางกันนาข้อกันนาในที่ลิวถ้าเดียวลิจิกตัวไม่ใช่รำกาย okay คือเวลากูรู้คนนั้นบีลาตัวคนนี้ที่ we believe that ถ้ากูงดก็ถ้ากูจะตื่นมึงตัววันนี้เอาสิจุกเขาว่าเรื่องไม่อะไรก็ไม่เอาเป็นบ้านยาเป็นคนยาเป็นทันทีแต่กูเอาเบี้ยไงกูมาไรคนกูยินทุกคนก็มึงจะคุยมึงคุยคำว่าทอดสุดานที่เรามากังเนี่ยดูนั่นก่อนเดียววิ่งเทคที่เดียวเลยทุกทีแต่บ้านนี้กูเลยรอตะคนกูเมื่อทุกคนมองกูบ้านที่บ้านกันหลักเขากว่าเดียนบริที่อยู่ที่จังหวะบาลัดคุยอยู่เวลาร้อนนึกถึงมาลัดที่น้องบริเดียนมาร้านนี้นะแบบเวกันแบบโดนชุดกูไม่นานละทัวร์ไม่จารันเลยไม่เชี่ยแค่นี้ไม่เชี่ยทัวร์บาไม่เชี่ยกับบาไม่เชี่ยบากังก็มากกว่าบาเวบาเรียลก็บาน่าjuไม่ดัน never again แค่นั้นว่าเราไว้we will forgive but never forget ไอ้เจนี่ย้อนก็ไอ้กูเบี้ยไงไม่ได้นี่พอทำคุยดีจ้ะทุกคนแต่มิตรร้านนี่ลาดูcommunity มั่วอยู่ก็เลยไม่เกี่ยวทำได้ก็นักก็กินนี่บ้างกว่าทำได้น่าจะอีกวันละเนาะปัจจุบันจะที่เราทำที่เกี่ยวกับคนทำนั้นไม่เท่ถึงแต่ทุกวันที่เด็กจบไม่รู้บ้าเขาดอร์ไม่บ้าเขาเด็กจบลงบัดมาเลยเจ้ากูรุ่นนั้นกูจะยิ่งรู้วันเนี่ยจะเบียบจะน่าลิงในรางวัลมันเนี่ยอะไรpolitician ทุกคนถ้าเขาไม่กว่าจะไรอยากกูอะไรกันจะได้ที่ยังทำอะไรได้กูมัวไอ้เนี่ยไม่เท่ากับมือแต่นี่ถ้าว่าที่ไม่อ่านนี่กันพอยนั้นยังถ้าไม่อ่านเนี่ยก็ไม่อ่านเนี่ยจะรีบเด็ดเพื่อเชื่อมาล่าเนี่ยนะที่มาท้าถึงอันคือเลยเดทในละครนี่ชาวต้องหน่อยละลิกอะไรที่เดี๋ยวสอรี่คันนี้ละครนี่ละนั่นไม่ได้ speak so เชื่อคุยกันตุกเอาไปพี่โอเคก็เดียวแหละจังไรฉันไม่ยิงอะไรเนี่ยตรงหัวละอันเพิ่งว่าที่ทำอยู่คือทำไปช่วยเด็กจะไม่ว่าลองเดียว more ในตรงวันเด็กอะไร no ngay je wo china yi jen china wo hours ne to wa tele maker ramu cook mugor ke tiyati that's it matodo no chirane je are dimba mi chikan ga kan gol story la linga ke bial ngay wo na me mi de ko na nang nyam che mi chak is not she fiction is non fiction ma cha ngay ke je is documented kudelo document je na tel me dan ga wo interview na document je na tel google mi yi within the age kudelo jen nuer matika di je mi che google li je no mo chi me ra kon me teni ra cha to buling ke ka kon me dan ne ta ku ju mi chi na ben na ka UK Canada kan tanat tarin ni na ngai ko ke kan nin kan go ti jai ko ba ka chan go ba ko wai ni je ba ko nan ba ti me ya ko la an bo kai wo no de jo ni ye lo da te
Thank you, Wong. Kon ba yeah. It's unfortunate coach time to let along. Come on down program kind of war has planned because take it to money been transpired along. But they like it a lot. I'll say thank you to both of you. And it's an ordeal. Definitely an ordeal what both of you have been through. We understand. We stand with you. We'll continue to stand with you. At this point, there is nothing I can say to you other than I'm sorry. That is it. No one deserved that. No one. And this day is a day that we will continue to remember. And for those reasons that you just both of you spoke of, once again, I just want to say thank you to both of you. And hopefully in the future we will look for you guys to make a better program specifically for you guys. Right now we are completely out of time. I will go ahead and move on to the closing remark, and then I'll come back to just basically shutting it down. That is it. I'll give 5 minutes to 5 minutes to Simon, 5 minutes to Garbul, and then 5 minutes to Gabriel, and then we'll move on to everybody else, and then from there on we're just going to shut it down. We'll move to Guy, 1 minute, Tai, Kathy, Nasser, and then we can just go ahead and close the room. Nyameri, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if you, at this particular time, I think since you just got in, we're just going to probably give you 1 minute. You can just say one last remark, and then we just go ahead and just play music, and then kill the room after that. Simon, you have 5 minutes, and please let's respect our time.
Rather than play the music, can we just play Voice of Kir, and then close that with it?
Oh yeah, when I come to you, then I think you can play it, and then you can you know what? I'll have you go last, and then you can just play that and make your last remark and close it with it. I'm not going to make any remark. I'll just either last to close the room. So if that's okay with you.
Thank you.
Brother Simon, you have 5 minutes, please.
Okay, go. Can number Nas Noraus leadership Lataloi very wonderful programs that last for all day. Moderators, this is a very great job. It's a very difficult one. It's a big programs, but you manage. Thank you for that. Fellow South Sudanese people who join us today in this historical event to commemorate the deaths of our innocent people back in 2013. On behalf of the House, I would like to say our condolences to the families who lost their loved ones in the events of 2013. I want to say sorry to my brothers, the survivors, who share their stories, experience, painful experience with us today. You are alive. It's not by mistake from God. You cannot blame yourself, but you better die on that day. God leave you alive for purpose, for you to tell a story, what had happened to our people. Never blame yourself. You can thank God, because without you, nobody will tell us the better story. We will say, we heard it happen. It happened here and here. But where you are there, you are the living. You are the living heroes. It's not easy. Hear me tap tap. Hear me tap tap. But go on with your jagate. Go in. They are making to be a like human jailet. Again, I'm sorry. It is 5 minutes. Let me try to run down what I have in my hands. If it will be in 5 minutes or if it will be beyond 5 minutes. I will try to be very quick, and I'm sorry, moderators. There is a slogan that said, Nuer did not contribute during the struggle. That slogan is fake. It's a history created by somebody who want to deny our contribution in South Sudan. We have South Sudan at heart from the beginnings when our forefathers, our elders, our brothers joined the bush. The idea was to liberate South Sudan. And that's why Sir John Bush Dew protested and walked out of the conference in 1947 in Juba. Sir Bush Dew contributed to the peace agreement, 1972 peace agreement. That time when Bush Dew was a special or official in the government of Sudan, there was a man who is his colleague by the names Mutara, who used to work with Bush Dew. One of the time they sat together and they share ideas how to resolve the conflict between South and North. How the North and South war might be resolved. And the following year, some of their ideas appeared in the peace agreement of 1972, which brought 10 years of intensive fighting to an end. Some years after Bush's death in 1975, Mohammed Al-Muqtada became director of the Ministry of Labor, attended a conference, international conference in Geneva. On his note, he said this in remembering of his good friend Bush Dew, and said, I learned from Bush Dew example that the settling of problem does not depend primarily on technicalities and formal approach. Basic solutions come from a core to the weakness of a human nature: pride, fear, hatred, and suspicion. This can be replaced by forgiveness, love, and common target for the well-being of the nation. And yet there's people who say we did not contribute. Samuel Gaitut, who fought continuously till his death in the hand of his fellow Southerners, he called for the separation of South Sudan from the North. Yet there are people out there who say we did not contribute to the liberation struggle of South Sudan. Benson Kwanledjor rejected the 1972 agreement, protested that South should be a separate state. It was Honorable David Chotferung Nyons in 1949 who suggested a nation possible anthem. In part of anthem, it said, let North and South separated. We only want separation. South and North shall never belong to the ends. For God help the South Sudan. And yet, people say we did not contribute. The nation South Sudan is in our heart, and we love it from the day we go to the bush. It was Dr. Riek Machar Durgons who continued the footsteps of his elder brothers, calling for the self-determination. We later on, Dr. John Grant's accepted and seconded the self-determination which brought the independence of South Sudan in 2011. And yet, some of our countrymen deny that we did not contribute. Nuer will never plan a revenge for December 15th unless if those who plans and fulfill it did not apologize. We are not enemies to our brothers Dinkas, though this painful event happens to us. We will not call it a war between the Nuer and the Dinka, as they put it. Individually, they put it that they are fighting with us. Though they did this terrible event, painful things that now remain in our minds for life. Our enemy is Salva Kiir Mayardit and his close evil men who planned this to happen in South Sudan. If there is somebody, our brothers, Dinka girls and women and men who did not involve, we are not in war with the Dinka community, but we are at war with a group, elites, who call themselves the Jain Council of Elders. We will look for them until the justice is served. Nas, Nore, min gori yene bialat. Chabia wo go yene konisha, but gori wo cons. Banichar ko and the man. Nakito go kona. Gori wo con banichar. Ko me ken gondo on kondo pin kan ke cheng jek. But me chan do pin we ramadu the kara. We ramanu kon the kara. We ramanu bom the kara. Suganter Rory Jagwas ko Bakonda. And that's why Chana work at this painful story. It's a thing that we will never forget, and we will never take it easy. We lost our people. But me no ne kon e wo cha kon da gwan ta. Me wo kan go me kan korodan mat. Ango to gwi koro ko gwi ko na rodan. Tile me de nyo ko ja ke de to ko what did me be ko one if we did not unite, brothers, nothing will prevent a event like 2013 to happen again to the Nile society. If we know we have to forge a unity. That unity, here we have that heart of forgiveness. We have that heart of love. And that's why, until this time, we are still calling only for the Kir regime to go. And we are calling for justice to be served. But we are not pointing fingers to the widest Dinka community, even though they take us very wrong. It is up to them. But in our hearts, the golden heart that Riek Machar accepted to be humiliated, he was holding the golden flags, begging for peace, and yet people are mocking him. That heart is applying to all of us. Even though our people don't believe it, we believe it because God created us that way. We didn't just work on Manarodan. We need Manaro. Manaro, not because we are going to punish South Sudanese, but to prevent a further genocide in South Sudan, not only to the Nuer society. We are the second power to protect the Southerners. Thank you.
No, I'm too late. 1 minute and 15 seconds. No? South Sudan, Janine Kakava, Kamal Kachang Mada, Woman Manda Janero Kamaber, and Tekal in Labok, Kakanity, Floridan, Get as why. The Kwong Siang Lora Kane, the Cantasina Manager, well, oh, you're not in the wish. Janero Daniel. Viet Canaan, the nine upon Cashilu, Inchi, and the yellow thing that walk up and way down. Yanaroko, on the wisdom, focus, to South Sudan. Wow, Banatakamal.
Thank you. Until my work, what Garbul, and a better. Kwana Jaka brief, please.
Thank you. I greet you all. You have been doing a good job and you've done a wonderful job. Today is still you continue the same of doing. We are crying today for our people deaths who has been killed by the president and his group, and this angry the nation. Not only just the nation of the South Sudan. Before this, I would have to thank the three panel who gave us the background of the Nuer killing in Juba, Mr. Young and Galuk. So I think you did not tell all the story that you have in you. Some people told you to write your story. It is not you who can write this story, it is them. who can write the story when you deliver all the message together. So as you said, it is already in the report. Myself, I saw the house that you have been killing in it. Therefore, I know this. You will be given a time for you to come back for the special day we should be arranged by the North Kenya. Then you will be recorded. Since you will not be available all years, that record will be kept in the North Kenya. When that occasion comes, your voice will be heard in the cassette, not yourself. Even though you are here, your voice is very important because it is the generation. It is not for us. We are talking. It is the generation thing that can be heard even your grandchildren or our grandchildren. Thank you for this. So today we have a message, the elders of the Nuer community, and that message need all of us to carry it on. That message has got about 5 years. I'm talking about it, and it is now today to share it with you. In my close remark today, it is a great message to all the Southerners people to consider my appeal, the Nuer Genocide Memorial Foundation that is going to be built. Not just only to be built, is to be incorporated. I ask you, all the boys who can speak for the weakest, to tell this and carry it out. The Memorial Nuer Genocide Foundation, this may be of the future proposal for the Nuer Genocide Memorial Foundation, as to memorize the December 15, 2013 Juba killing. This is a short tale to make the Nuer nation great and united. One of the other, in the other hands, time for great governance in us to rise up again from the state of this state of constant disunity. That constant disunity is one we are now crying for it, because we are divided, we are split. Our strong heroes, the fighters, the strongest, are now taken back to serve the enemy, to serve the unity, the self-care. We need them back to come to us. This tube, indeed, which is on the 15th, which is tube indeed by Warau, is very important month for every Southern Sudanese, especially with the New Year. We know this tube, which is the December, we do a lot of things. We just move from Rachel to Touch, and then this is the month that the New boy should be marked when the time comes for them to become wood or to become a man. And then it is the white, it is the white month, which is the clear month. It is the cold month at the same time, so that people were enjoying. People will have a lot of food. Now this month changed to be the problem month, and instead of using it for our enjoyment. What made it and who did that is care, self-care. From that, the above subject, as I talk about it, may require your active listening or belonging to any of us. As a result, we would like to ask for your full cooperation and understanding. Therefore, this message is evident, but not just read and know what message it should be sent to you personally. Also, it would be demonstrate comparison by identifying their primary object, which is to build the foundation or to be incorporated by the national, should be one of the national events in Southern Sudan. If not now, the next president. Because Salva Kiir will not accept that to be incorporated in. And if it doesn't work, we, the North Kenyam, should be written the letter to the unity government, parliament, and this letter should be there in the file until the thing come back, so that the next president will put this one memory to be one of the national events for Southern Sudan to be celebrated, to be honored. And this is what we can fight for it. From there, that is to show the children of the people who were dead. We can make it as a museum. And then all the pictures should be collected, those who were killed. And then they should be put in that museum so that it should be something that can be visited by all the people, foreigner. And then one time and the next time, while we did this, it is something that we call, this will not repeat it again. The mistake could never be repeated again. So that it will remind us, it will remind the coming generation that silly mistake has been made by the president. And then there will be no any other thing that could be happen as such. And this is the full message that I have been void tonight, and I have it for 5 years. In 2019, I was thinking that to be done. And my way of thinking, it was the Nuer, all the 12 sections should be contributed for it. And this will be built in our village, in central Nuer or western Nuer, where there are some important point for the Nuer, a special college, and then the place where the Nuer law has been made. Therefore, any section should be contributed with cattle or with money. It depends. This is my idea. And then again, those two ideas should be combined together and then give them to the government. We have to claim. There is a saying in a Nuer slogan. They just say, "Chiliakulem chidonukur." Lia is better, but what we need is a hole that should take and bury the man with a Chiliakulem chidonukur. So they were already killed, and then what can we do? What can we do? We have to show the world what we want them to be or to be seen. And that is a message for us all, especially the Nuer Kenyam. I hand this over to you as the leaders. Try to talk about it, and then let us come with the solution. That is to make the children of those who were killed to be happy, and then they will see what has been done for them by the people, by the contemporary people who is still alive after them. This is our job. Salva Kiir has done his part. Salva Kiir make a revolution, as I heard today from General Pagana Mum. So this is my first time, or it is the first time for everybody. Why Salva Kiir make a revolution by himself to his government? In my last word is that I compare it with Mengistu Mariam, when Mengistu Mariam was a colonel, and then there was the president of the Ethiopian called Adam. Adam made a revolution to revolt about Mengistu Mariam. When Mengistu Mariam called him, Mengistu told him, "You are very stupid and foolish. You cannot catch me. You cannot call me. I'm simply a colonel. You have to dismiss me or put me in prison." There is no president who can make a revolution to his government. So Salva Kiir has been now doing this such a thing. I don't know. Is it made it for him to declare a war like he did for the Nuer? Or he has got something when he believes the information, the way that has been done by Umar al-Bashir. So from there, I will be stopping, and I will encourage everybody of you to take this message very seriously. This is a one-time message, and then let we do it, all of us. Let we try to think and try to come up with something. My condolences will go to the family, and then my encouragement go to you, the young people, to do something for your people. There is no revenge. Revenge is not the solution. We have to make things, because we are the father of this land. We fought for the country. We began fighting with it in the future, and already we fought with it. As I told you last time, it was Ngundeng who began the war of colonization. 30 years fighting. We were fighting with the colonization. Until then, we continued with Anyanyi 1. And then Anyanyi 2 become SLA. And then IO. Where do we left behind? No. We are in front line. And if we are not there, what about our land? Where people come and make the movement in it. They are the people who are playing with us, with our water, and then our trees, our cow, our girl, our woman, and then our land. They took our cows. We just take care of them. Why not? Who can deny us in this Southern Sudan? It is belong to us all. So no revenge, please. Let Salva Kiir be by himself, doing things. He got the revenge from the God, not us. And I will yield my time to you. Thank you. The one who is the thing and answer. That is what I can say and share to you today. Thank you very much. Let God bless you all.
Thank you, Berbul. Wise as always. You're a great part of this community. One of the elders that is actually a pillar to the rest of us that we still look to. Thank you for your contribution. Is this Gaibul? Is that you?
Majagordia. NAO.
Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes, and please 2 minutes. And I just don't want to skip you. I'll give you 2 minutes, and then I'll because we are at the end, and I don't want to put you after Gabriel. Would you have 2 minutes, please? If you can just say something, and then we can move on, please.
Thank you very much. 2 minutes is enough. That's fine, because time is money. It's almost 12 a.m. midnight in a Pacific time. Kenyam katongnat mendelar in brief 2 minutes enough. Mendelar kon gan worry. Mendinigen men gar leng de men gor kon men jenga kon. Canada just survive. Te just survive. The Canadian gurga baba leng ke long more than kon ideal in you. Ku way just survive ran jen good way nak worry jen gor kon find. Ku ba public cool educate ke way nak worry. Ku jen kula tiam kane kon tin ci kon ba jek ci kon mu ñew neen man wor ga mo ko ben ko daan lu mi ci kon ga ling and then be jëm moy ke direction ngu blood kan no community me na ko na joy ka public television charleter ci politique me politique de pursue ne rek ma chare ci ro bar ka ne de jël ga ca kap ki chan na politique dol dul gorga mental with am disability dole tiani nyergan do ci wo male tiga ga ci liw ko jenno cha letter ajenne ko kono lar ko bane joy ko to kono long ko not community ko regime ba remove ko no a symbol of the country, a symbol of terrorists menang to duel ko kon community mi joy mi ci ku de lat ko to kono ko mi ci kono chef ci kono lat they will find it instead on there survive kon ngot kon ko mi tim kon e kon u bane ngai liw ke di jene di ni jen liw ke di ne kon liw ke di nguna ka ne kon ta jene gor kon ngot kon kor ka self ke te dia te ne forgiveness ke dia ka libra a libra ti kon go ngot kon kor tim kon ne kon the circle line la the pai ke ten logo lieng ka symbol ka be yen chen go and personally we can con change make South Sudan a new system established. We take a democracy principle, new flag, new national anthem. We can con lot. We are wasting time. Ne con yes shaka neck. She con take a flan con my banadian neck. To con flan by uproot the system. Good con a new symbol for South Sudanese. Make can happen. And then Leah South Sudan a time and tight wait for no man. Two like a generation do. War me kind of talk again. Can a long generation do the God of war? We are not fighting for our own change. So, in last word, Balat Katogna. Ku me a memorial can no idea. Canadian want to write English. Charling an ideal because South Sudan. Jen gan nuer mo. Miss Widow Rui Jagalia Nueri. Lebuan cook leb jitku. Men Charlotte Conca South Sudan a Tugduel Kel. Mekan me talk and very story about genocide. A human being. Chakon moik memorial mukon team every 12 months. A human being. Me can name a look. And then Chay Dapkedu. The mayor go no mat con, Kokur can talk, team con now. What con? Tell a mal Madeben, South Sudan, we consult to carry job. Forget about it. No way duck, Buluire. Tinekon dialuire. Tell a mal. Never talk about nonsense. Some became wood a South Sudan Jalga Kade. A Yanicha win, then the con defeat. Do me here look. You jog to read. And Lunik a quidget loco, lunatin. Again, the only way. Ne kon naka shun nuer cha naka shoot kien kadorian ki yo jin naka ke name nuer community tung to kon dial tin de kon lushit ke cha de parwe democracy change gor kon South Sudan what the beginning can happen benego can be lut nueri ke change chu nan sen ken dial kon cha kon nueri ti kan participate ngu gor mon bear dan kwale chung South Sudan tung to kon participation tin do you think they chung ba ji ko ralia you want to go to ku ngai kon ngai ke je en symbolan ka South Sudan ke participation and revolutionary. Lastly, mede bain kon ga no ready al machang team ka achang jet ka lo chi chang right mugwa en na kan liang ka nei te survive de la kon dial ran tu nga ni na me mi je chi earthquake mi tu national disaster ba pen ban wore nak a man made kam ladde ngode jal kon ke je and the laru Nigerian can language ke do kien silicon plan ku ban genocide mak lat ka diang kan but as long as some ke we come death ka South Sudan at time and tight wait for no man. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Herbal. I appreciate taking it short and sweet and brief. Gabriel, allow me long for your patience. The time is yours. She gave long patiently. And I'll give it to you without further ado.
Thank you so much. On behalf of NKN, on my own behalf, I would like to give a special thanks to you, the moderators, without exception. You guys have made a very great job. Despite there were some challenges from the beginning of the room, but you managed it. Thank you so much for that. I would like also to thank all the brothers and sisters who have joined us from other communities. I recognize the presence of Sister Teresa and other sisters and brothers from Greater Equatoria who are in this room. I recognize the presence of Brother Arun. Arun should have been given, should have spoken, but because of the time and inconveniences of the challenges faced by the moderator team, so we have not managed to give you time. Please forgive us. We recognize your presence here, to Pig Musa. All of you, brothers and sisters, I cannot mention all your names. We have seen you. And then thank you so much for your solidarity with us. I also thank those who opened the room earlier about the same topic. Those of Idiot, the other room, they opened about this shows that the genocide that took place in 2013 is not only Nuer. So we are very grateful for that you guys have joined us and have shown your solidarity with us. So we really appreciate on behalf of Nuer community. Now, why December 15? What is it? What is it about? Why are we here? For us to take away something, because you always do something in order to get something or to benefit from something. Because you cannot waste your time for something that you don't get something out of it. Like I am pretty sure some of us, when we did not sleep, like myself here in Europe, my brothers like Galukar, Kwad, and many who are living here, we have not slept this day. Why is this? It is because there are crimes that are committed, worse crimes that are committed against the Nuer community. I mentioned it in another room earlier. I talk about cannibalism. Cannibalism is where you are told or you are forced to eat the flesh of another dead body. I mean, you are forced to eat the dead body flesh. That was done on 2013. Also, there is another worst crime that is committed in Southern Sudan, sodomization. Most of you will recall people like Dong Samuel and Angry. They were sodomized in Blue House before their death. People, men were sodomized. These are worst crimes in humanity, against humanity, committed in South Sudan. So the takeaway, I would like to appeal to each and everybody here that we have to fight. Fighting can be fought in different ways. It's not only gun. It's not only gun. Fighting can be fought in different ways. There is a non-violent kind of fighting, like the method that was used by Mandela, was used by Mahatma Gandhi in India. So we have to use it in different ways, So what I would like to appeal to each and everybody who is in this room today, please, let us approach the international community, especially we who are living in the Western world. The pictures of the people who were killed, you need to serve them very well in your phone or your PC, and you need to approach people you are living in their country or the country you are in. You have to approach people so that this dictator, the worst dictator in Africa, is isolated. So that for Salva Kiir to be denied access to money, we have to make a strong advocacy. We have to approach people who can give even more sanction. Even Salva should be sanctioned. Salva should be given a sanction. Not only his guys, because he's the head of he's the one who gave orders and who have been giving orders for the people to be killed. So even him to be sanctioned will be very good. And for him to be sanctioned, unless us, we who are talking today, should take a step, should approach like the international community, like the United Nations, like Security Council, we can approach them. We can voice our voice. Otherwise, we talk without anything. That justice will not be done. That is my appeal to all of us. The second thing is said by those who spoke before me is unity. Unity is very important. Let us unite. Even the opposition groups, please unite. Salva Kiir will not be removed from his chair unless we unite. If we are united, we will be able to remove him from power. So let us unite. Also, we, the Nuer community, let us unite. Let us unite. We faced the British colonialists before. It is because of our unity. No enemies defeated us before because of our. We stood together. So we really overcome so many challenges. We as a Nuer community. We fought the most battles. Many battles are fought by Nuer. So, and we won those battles. So we cannot be defeated at last if we resist the colonialist by using a stick. Gor. How can we be defeated at last? So let us unite ourselves and face the enemy together. Finally, thank you so much. For the survivors, actually, Nuer in general are survivors. Nuer community are survivors. Even as we who are in the Western world here, we are survivors. Some of us have made it to the West here because we are survivors. So any Nuer member, son or daughter, is a survivor. That is why majority of us are living in the refugee camps. Many of you also do not know that there were people who were killed in rank. In Maban, there were people who were killed, like somebody, I remember there's a guy, he's a master's degree holder. His name is Yin Guy. He was killed in Maban. He was killed by the policy of the Yin. The Salva Kiir ordered Nuer to be killed, Nuer civilian, who were working with NGOs in Maban area, around the Rang area. Many people were killed there. So it's not only Juba. There are Nuer who were killed in other different locations. So we are survivors, all of us. So brothers and sisters, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Those of you who are in the audience, we shall organize another room where the survivors will be given enough time to express their views. And we are also other communities like those of Equatoria, Greater Equatoria, even Greater Bargazal will be given a chance to contribute. So thank you so much. I will stop here. Well done, Brother Dabol. Well done, Sister Cassie. Thank you so much, Brother Nather. All of you guys have done a great job on behalf of the NKN. Thank you. I stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kur. Always. Short and brief when actually sending out a message. Thank you very much. Numeri will give you a couple of minutes, and then we'll move on to Tai Tai. And then Nasser, and then Kathy will play that last video, and then we'll close our room.
Thank you, Brother Dabol, Word Nasser, young brother Tai Tai, and Mandung, and all who are actually on the podium. and those who are listening in the audience. Today is a special day, and that's why many people tune in to listen to testimony, to listen to politicians, to listen to wisdom from elders, like my uncle, Wanguk. I have listened in and out, and I have heard the unity. I have heard Rwanda, how Rwanda actually got out from the genocide, how South Africa managed to be what it is today. I have a different view on those. Rwanda is where it is today because the perpetrators are not the one that power. The community that was killed is the one that took over the power. The peace that exists in Rwanda is actually on the core of those who were killed. They decide to forgive and move on. How could that be done in place like Sudan? You cannot do it. The same person that killed you is still sitting on the throne, is still wielding the power that he used in 2013 to kill you, to displace you, and is still bold enough to say, even Nuer who actually ran to protect himself are lucky. Otherwise, he would have killed them all. You play a national anthem. You're wearing a flag of Genocide Sudan. Those who have killed you were wearing a flag of Genocide Sudan on their shoulder. Were wearing that flag actually when they were killing you. What is so important about that country? You know, the good thing you can get out is a peaceful coexistence separately, not in a union. This would be the only best thing. Otherwise, you are signing up for another genocide. It was the Nuer in 2013. Tomorrow may be another social group. Are you content with what had happened to Nuer? If you are not, you should not be content actually with the unity that will fall apart again tomorrow. We were killed on the line, on the ethnic line. And it will not stop only on the Nuer. If you insist on a union that everyone actually take one. There is no way you can make this work. No way you can make it. We all were blindfolded when we fought. We thought we all were fighting for the freedom of everyone. But in 2013, in December the 15th, we were proven wrong. We were proven wrong. Let's not blindfold ourselves. Sudan will not work unless you submit to one power and one power only. But are you willing to do so? If you're not willing to do so, another death is actually waiting you. I'm suggesting the best thing you can do Let Dinka stand alone. Let them build themselves. Let Chuluka stand alone and build their own kingdom. For the team to stand alone and build their own system of governance, any country and go their own way. You will be able to avoid a catastrophe that actually hit the Nuer community in 2013. This will be the only best way. If you can tell me how somebody, like the brother that was speaking earlier, a survivor, if you ask me how he feels, if I tell you how he feels, I would be lying to you. Over 400, only 12 people actually survived. If you tell me how this person feels, I will tell you that you're not telling me the truth. He hurt. Even his own mental well-vision, if you be being, you don't even know where that is. We can actually build ourselves in our own areas, our own territory, our own independent state. Instead to live in one country, one social group actually try to dominate the other. If you look at my profile, if you see that green that I have circled, I erased the flag of Geneva, Sudan because I don't want to have anything to do with it. It is the blood of my people. I don't want it. It's not worth it. And that's why independent broadness is the only best option. Is the only prize my people actually deserve to achieve. Not a unity that more genocide will just keep coming. Brother Dabor, I know the time is short, and I beg you to forgive me for going this far. I will stop here, and I thank you so much, and also for the survivors. Take heart, we stand with you. And I'm encouraging the Nuer community, do whatever you can to make sure that people receive mental evaluation. This is the best thing we can do for them now. Thank you so much, and God bless Rurnath. Thank you.
Thank you, Numeri. Powerful as always. Brother Tai, your time, and then followed by Nasser. Brother Tai, are you available? Okay, how about you, Brother Nasser?
Yeah, I'm here. I only speak in Arabic.
Yeah, she don't make on a because I don't see Kathy. She should be the one that make go take video when they play. I would have wanted to go last in it, but I don't see her now.
Yeah, maybe she's down or she may come back. I only speak in Arabic. شكرا جزيلا أخي دبور تاي نيميري والناس الموجودين معنا في المنصة الرئيسية والناس التحت. يوم ذكر 10 بمجزرة النور بمدينة جوبا عاصمة جنوب السودان اللي هو يوم 15/12/2013 كان يوم مظلم ويوم أسود بالنسبة لمجتمعات النور، وما وقف على حد ذاك كان يوم مسلم للنوير وامتد وانتشرت وسط الجنوبين ككل. ابتدى كشرارة بين القيادات في الحركة الشعبية، وامتد لقبيلة النوير بطريقة استهدافية عشان أغسر الكلمات. تم استهداف قبيلة النوير من قبل مجموعة صغيرة في حكومة الجنوب بقيادة سلفا كير وأعوانه من كبار أحيان الدنكا اللي افتكروا إنه بيتضربوا من النسيج الاجتماعي الجنوبي، ودر قبيلة النوير من باب للباب لتخويفهم يمكن يصل أمرهم في الدولة ويقدر يقبضوا أمر الدولة. لكن ناسين إنه قتل النوير ظهرت كل فضايا بتاعت الحركة الشعبية والغبن الموجودة داخل المجموعة بتاع جان كانسل ضد قبيلة النوير ظهرت على السطح وانتشرت وتشرقت بين قبائل الجنوب ككل. في ناس بدأوا بالضحكة، وبعد الضحكة بقى بكاء، لأنه كانوا بيشوفوا إنه ده كان لمجتمع بتاع النوير لوحدها. لكن في نفس مدينة الجوبة اندثرت المشكلة بين قبائل الجنوب ككل. عشان كده بنتراهم على أرواح بتاع أبنائنا، بناتنا، أبواتنا، أخواتنا، عيالنا الماتوا في يوم المشؤوم، يوم الملعون، يوم الأسود اللا تنسى في تاريخ جنوب السودان، وبالأخص قبيلة النوير. يوم المفاجئ العظيم لا ننساه، حتى لو جاءت يوم الغفران، لكن ذلك اليوم لا ينسى أبدا. عشان كده أنا كإنسان من قبيلة النوير بنطالب إنه اليوم ده هيكون يوم تاريخي، إن كان في الزمن الحالي ولا في المستقبل البعيد. إن اليوم دي يكون يوم تاريخي، يوم مجزرة كقبيلة النوير في جوبا وفي كل مدن الجنوب. وفي نفس الكيفية هو يوم بالنسبة للجنوبين ككل، لأنه من بعد شرارة قتل النوير انتشرت وقتلت كل الجنوبين. ولا عشان كده هنا بنقول بصوت عالي اليوم ده لازم يكون يوم رسمي عشان أمر زي ده ما يتعمل تاني في جنوب السودان. ذكرى لأموات بتاعنا الضحوا ضحية لمشاكل بتاع سلفا كير، المشاكل الشخصي مع مجموعة بتاعته بتاع جان كانسل اوف إلدرز. عشان كده أنا بنرسل تعزينا الأسر بتاع الناس كلها including me وبقية الجنوبيين اللي فقدوا ناسهم مع عيباهم في يوم العليم دي. ومن زمن داك ليوم الليلة الموت استمر في جنوب السودان بصورة بشعة. عشان كده ضربت حتى مناطق أخرى في جنوب السودان. وكل الجنوبيين ده في قلوبنا ما ناسين. قولوا أرجو في السلام وحقوق بتاعكم هاي الحكومة دي بتتودع بيد بشال من اللي هو مجموعة بتاع جان كانسل اوف إلدرز هيمشوا مزبلة التاريخ. جنوب السودان بقيادة سلفا كير مجموعة بتاع جان كانسل اوف إلدرز بدأوا بقتل شرط لازم يمشي مزبلة التاريخ غير معصوف عليه. أنا بشجع كل الجنوبيين البلد ده لازم نفكر كويس ومفترق الطرق أما يكون أو لا نخاطب مع بعض. شكرا جزيلا دبول لروم. You have done a very wonderful job. You lead the room in a good way. Those people who come up here and speak, political parties, no oppositions, who spoke. Words of wisdom. Those who spoke. Guys, and say to the rest of the people who are listening down here, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time and we value you. We are sorry because we did not open today, but all of us who will come and speak, because today is a special day to remember those victims. For all of us. Brother, the wall, I will stop here and I will drop myself, then continue with the room.
Thank you. Yay. Mandung, you made it just in time. Yeah, you go ahead and if I don't know if you'll be able to, if you can
I can play the recording and then I will end up the room, or I can just have a bit of my remark and then play the recording and then we end up the room and maybe.
Yeah, play it and then there is some people that behind the scene that I want to make sure they are mentioned, and then we can close it. We go ahead and play that video and then make your remarks, and we can make sure those people are actually mentioned.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Let me play this voice of President Kiir in Hard Talk, Stephen.
Not at all, not at all. I never got that information even, that some agency wanted to go and clear any mines around Bor. I never got that report. You characterize this as a conflict instigated by Riek Machar. But the truth is, right now, this looks like a conflict between tribes with deep ethnic hatred fueling the fighting. Well, it is him who have actually incited the Nuer against Dinkas. But on our side, we have never done that. The hatred, yes, has been planted in them by Riek Machar. And we, on our side, always diffuse it. We tell people, no, there is no revenge. The facts don't appear to bear that out. The first serious, outrageous acts of violence based on ethnicity appear to have taken place here in Juba, right after December 15th. We have reports backed by evidence from the United Nations and Amnesty International of your troops going into neighborhoods in this city, seeking out Nuer men, taking them to security facilities, and murdering them. When I got the information that there was killings going on in the estates around Juba, I set up a commission, and then I sent in troops to arrest whoever that has taken law into his own hand. But with respect, it was the security forces who were doing the killing based on ethnicity. Your security forces. I don't think that I am not defending them. I say law does not know who you are. If the security forces were involved in that, they must be punished for their actions. Well, let's not say if. All of the evidence, including an extensive UN report, says all forces were responsible. Will you accept that? I will not accept it until they are investigated and then it is confirmed. An investigation has taken place. It is the United Nations. Yes, it is taking place. The commission to investigate is there. And the AU also has set up a commission to come and investigate. Because of those incidents and the deaths of hundreds of Nuer people, and the fact that right across this city, Nuer people, thousands and thousands of them, fled for their lives to the safety of UN compounds, what we now have is a conflict which looks dangerously like a Rwanda-style ethnic conflict. It will not go to that extent. These people who have run to the enemy's camp are now coming out on their own because they have seen there is nobody who is targeting them. But there are people in those camps who are still frightened for their lives. Those who are inside the camps are actually people who have been politicized because the Machar is sending messages that don't come out. We are coming to liberate you when we capture Juba. Is that what you say to the woman who saw her husband shot in front of their children? You say that she's been politicized? That's not politicized. That's just a woman who believes in this country today it is dangerous to be a Nuer in a Dinka majority city. Well, these people are even lucky. The Dinkas who are in the hands of Machar, you cannot get a survivor who can tell you the story of what was happening. Did you ask him whether he was able to spare any Dinka? No. Those who were he's commander of the armed forces, Peter Cadet, murdered his own deputy commander in the division.
You talk about Peter Cadet. It is interesting that he's been identified by the Americans as an individual responsible, allegedly, for serious atrocities who has now had sanctions imposed upon him. The chief of your presidential guard has also had US sanctions imposed upon him, and the UN Secretary General has said that those responsible for the atrocities and the systematic violation of humanitarian law should be held to account in a special tribunal.
I agree, but that could be you. It can be me. If it is me that was given orders, I don't mind facing the law.
Did you give orders?
I did not. I did not give orders for fighting. Real Machar gave orders for fighting, and if you were to listen to the security people, you will get it that he was ordering his forces to open fire.
See, Riek Machar says to understand this conflict today, you have to go back. You have to go back to your governance of South Sudan over the last 2.5 years. He says that over that period, you behaved more and more like a dictator.
Well, you will have to prove. You will have to prove what have I done that shows I'm a dictator.
Well, it's an interesting point you say. Look at the evidence. Let us look at the evidence. Let us look at the letter, for example, written by a group of senior US State Department officials and South Sudan experts who wrote an open letter to you in July 2013 and said this: "We joined you in your fight against the abuses of the Khartoum regime for many years, but we cannot now turn a blind eye when yesterday's victims become today's perpetrators." That was a message to you.
To correct whatever that might have gone wrong
in your administration.
Well, even now in Obama administration, there are mistakes.
Madam Kathy?
In Cameron administration, there are mistakes. You will not count them on Obama, nor will you count them on David Cameron.
It's finished.
President Salva Kiir, welcome to Hard Talk.
Yes, thank you for listening, guys. We're coming to the end, and I will really thank people that a lot of people had put hours and hours to prepare this room. And thank you for the the committee, and thank you for everyone that stay in this room for 7 or more than 7 hours. You deserve to be here. We all deserve to be here, and I really appreciate the survivors and wish that we have another room that is for them to bring us a clear testimony, not rush like today. And then this voice of President Salva Kiir, you can hear some of the what he's saying is not like Rwanda. It will not reach the level of Rwanda. That means that it's already started, but it didn't reach the level of Rwanda genocide. This is an unfortunate interview, and I wish he will go back and listen to his voice and what he said in this interview. It's not surprise, and what he started it years ago was Nuer will go to other even their own community. Their own bigger community can are suffering from this. And, we can see violence everywhere in South Sudan. It's even not. It's not even stopped in Nuer community, but it's going to each community, even communities that are from their own backyard. They're suffering of what is going on now, and people will lies, mob will be created, a lot of things are going on. So it's not yet finished, and another genocide will happen if this thing is not stopped by the South Sudanese community. It's not even where anyone in South Sudan and risk of being killed in South Sudan because of greed, because of people that think that they own South Sudan. They own it, and South Sudan belongs to them, and other community have nothing. So they own it. They don't want to liberate people. So now, if they liberate people, they have a right to displace people and to even displace them from their home, and even to create things, to create conflict between communities. Thank you guys, and I appreciate all of you here. And it was a pleasure to see you, and our condolences to our people. And I come to the conclusion today. It's been years and years since my brother-in-law Red Nyarwat was killed, and to hear Nyak and Young today is telling about what they saw and where Red was then. This has given me the closure. But it's just make my eyes, really in deep sadness, because Red is a very dear brother to me. And Red, you can sit with him in a table, and that table will turn to, laughter, will turn to, even with one bread, you can eat, happily, because Red's around. We miss him as his family, but the whole community, know that, not us as family of Red, but a lot of people here in this room have their own, story, and their own people that they lost in 2013, and that's a real sorrow in their community. It's not just, make up a story. As some today, the room that why are you crying about 2018? We are not crying. We are telling the story. No one cry because what happened, but we are telling the real thing, what happened in 2013, how Nuer was murdered in a cold-blooded. Thank you, guys, and I will see you next room. And that was a great day. And again, my condolences to the community all South Sudan, even to Matiang Anyar that was sent to to fight that fight. People that even died in this war, not even them that come. They get some people to defend themselves in Malakal. They defend themselves, never defend themselves, and they die too. So this is a waste of human life in South Sudan. Young people that should develop this country were sent to senseless war. So sent to go and take life of their own brothers in other side of the region. So thank you. And I will, see you next row, and let's continue to advocate to change, come to South Sudan. Nuer are not, planning to revenge, because Nuer are very brave people. And if they want to fight you, they will tell you, we will fight you. They're brave and they're not weak people. They cannot come behind you and stab you from behind. Always brave what they're doing. And if you denying, Nuer contribution, it's your own risk. But Nuer contribution is there. Not just contribution, they are a father of creation of South Sudan. One of the father of creation of South Sudan is Nuer community. You like it or you don't like it, that's the reality. And all the evidence there. They created, and I will finish and I'll stop from here. Thank you, and see you in next room.
Thank you. We finally came into closing the room. First and foremost, I would just like to say thank you to my colleague moderators, Madam Kathy, Nasser, Tai Tai, and everybody else that were actually helping on the podium here. I will also extend my great appreciation to the people you might not have seen up here. The man was actually with the man with the master plan, the person who actually put this together, who planned this event, and who also worked diligently, and others behind the scene throughout all of those changes, working behind the scene to help in coordinating and doing the best that he can to make sure we have a smooth operation up here on the room. Brother Daniel Kwat, also Brother Champot Garkwat, and others that I might have not mentioned. Thank you for your hard work. Members of this room, the speakers, those that actually, the openers, our survival, and everybody who have come to this podium and spoke in remembrance of those who have actually lost their life on this day, December 15th, 2013. Thank you. And also to the listeners, we appreciate your patience. We had a few glitches at the beginning, but we have weathered the storm together in staying the course, in making sure we remember those that are most dear to us. Thank you for your support. Those of us that are standing with us, that we actually extend an invitation, but we haven't got a chance to get them up here and making a statement. Please forgive us. In the future, we'll make sure we plan better. There were a lot of changes going on, plus the network was giving us a lot of issues. So forgive us for some of you that we haven't gotten the opportunity to get you up here and be able to make a statement. But once again, thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. You guys have, I can still see some of you guys are still in the room. You stay in the room for the last 10 hours and supporting those who have died for no reason other than being who they were. Thank you for your support. And I will also extend my great appreciation to Nuer House and its members, Cor Gabriel, Garbul, Simon Yurdang. We appreciate those last remarks. They were powerful, and thank you. And I just want to say to everyone, Thank you for standing with us, and thank you for commemorating this day and remembering the 2015 with us here today in Nuer House. On behalf of Nuer House, we want to extend our appreciation once more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I know you all have tuned in from all corners of the globe, and just want to say thank you. We will, I don't even think we have the time to even play music. I think we're just going to go ahead and close the room. Thank you, everyone. Also, I forgot one person. Garud, how can we forget you? You have been sitting there patiently. Sorry about that. How can we forget you?
Okay. Thank you.
For being patient, for the job that you have done. All of us, thank you for what you have done. Members of Nuer House in putting this together. This is yours and yours alone. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to come with music, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to come with music by Chuwema Gakage.
Maximum volume.
General Peter Gadidiaka, chicken yalus bang Julia, Diloki and Mundan, Tuscan wood Purum Bolman Orman between us, the Suna, the Lina, the Chapo. Deja Polunda, you did it, Chapo, Ring Bang, the Jump, the Dedia, the Jano Pole, Tolajango, you got one. Here they can go put your get a tumor, get a young boy, young one, no, the day in a pool, get it, you will be the good thing I did, young was. Peter Gadidiaka, chicken yalus bang Indira, you look young Mundan, Tuscan wood, Purum Bolman, between us, the Suna, the Lina, the Chapo. Deja Polunda, the Teddy, Chapo, Ring Bang, the Chupe, the Dedia, the Jano Pole, Tolajango, you got one. Here they can go put your get that tumor, you're gonna hear your one. No, the Kayan, they'll get on a petty to believe the book the night the young was.
Okay, mamuga long, talai mati long, jene dia lebih toni en walle, chiang team kan Nueri dia tishanak 2013 dun well ago. Don't nen takenas house, clubhouse. Jen dong sia jauh dia chialin. Jen do cha connect je, cha ko ben stream ka national network ko bawling ni na dong tran access ke not house ko bi ko link ni dia right again dong kanya man da no link ni jo nas ko sana ka na what happened badu cha la dia wala kan not house and Tiam Nueri, a lot of people there, a lot of people South Sudanese, you know, one been along a lot more than 1,000 people. So me go la kin be bidu I don't know what dienten. Okay. Nguna ka clubhouse so now ka private ko right now public South Sudanese dial chaka jini want to ben ji pagana mum to right the to the right she got dual the right jini want to right along a very very wonderful day, emotional day kon wer dial we mon so me chicken ngajitina clubhouse so I know chicken dial take access ke kan mo clubhouse katana kolale ka phone chimani ya ti kuija name chang me bay ka kon ga no dia mitiam kana ni chiang mala gorke kanaitin to survive te kanag na ku jub ka way ku answer ba ya kana kana tadi kan dia la gorke baling long ko chi chiang te ko loy me bana itin da noi gorku brain survival te de chinai survive ke jan 2013 where the Ramji survive Juba ki any city across the country kanene go ku ne gina larmen to exactly ngi to ku tikaten tikan kula survive kinedi you want you right kanas kalabaos kanal house dong chiaga link ko chiaga record kan dia for record ku de bashungach me chala kurun te ju ku kimanga ku ne ti dial kwa connect ka YouTube anything maladaka now's new network is direct to the YouTube right away record ko bitin for life run well ago chane kon chaganek run well ago gan me dap ke run well ago ke 2013 ti run well ram ti run well ga tama ji to te run di 20 mi ti run di 20 ti run di 30 on wale so ki gan edit mi tem kanal ni chang ba men ye ka chalat ka community ba ling ani ri survive bonne kul bana kul educate ke je ram kan ling no wal ko ci ne dial do ling don la do ling ko ru ni kim do ling ke tuk do worga te na ga ling to gul ram kel de ling ni je bat kan modi tel kan ga ling ke we na kana ka capital South Sudan Juba a chang me bay ci chang ma gwa chang be very emotional ke ne ci roy dong cha ling be je long tanen kan ma ling ku ne te survive one ke long a lot of them shaka ngai until jiran di tej be lat ji jen we dong lat ke je wal ke jen pai me le every year so a very good turnout today ku chi changa jene ri one u cha no renak chi ne one chi kana ngajo chi ga apologize tandi and so sorry very bad it's okay but in all man din jen tell go South Sudan man dem go am ngor sab ke we fake system which are the so-called president tell them all let kon la kom dan ko yakon is still take on a process of making change because South Sudan can tell ke remove Leah a beginning benalu on one Leah a beginning of South Sudan ko the fundamental problem of South Sudan the regime to keju again the fundamental problem regime dan case Berian ke the so-called 9 them chago is not good could they display regime jaga ke leader ke jaga ke flag dia jaga ke the so-called 9 dia go corner complete change ke South Sudan ke happen yen menedial change ke unity before forgiveness could have been new government tell forgiveness mede expect ke the same regime and nakana no more a joke of the day it happen like that good corner complete change team gone ever core can to the dear lot of South Sudan take a mile take all this that's a waste of time tell the man di expect karam chimal gor okay tell the forgiveness di expect karam nagna me chi Rwanda ya take a core me chi go Rwanda right now you South Sudan you want to go Rwanda a country a good place to live a new government chi regime me nakana me nagna yan go Rwanda and we take a change chamen dia kya wo bui kulu gwa ko ne da ka boy ten ji wira je ka lawo ki kan da regime kan shi because a new system can establish and then ki ga bicin ki wai be symbolize ke la de wale ki kan yi ke kids the former regime because take a new system mugwa bui kulu gwa way down we go the ben after the application bi ke year ke ben I now ku to le ker da accept ku ngai jami jegla shi kana na tribally she go yo kwal she go way no ne ken be na banak tel yo ya to ka South Sudan ken ken lat ga de tin gat ken che go tin dul wal ti an dul wal tin no business nothing there to talk on dial ti kan dela ko ngai ken dunien le bi ga je just a matter of time so wale took the ka wet wo tiem kan wer kon cha took de nan ke na fan ke tha diok so china te ga tanu war so now ka private rom kan ko dung nuari ba we nyok kala naten So de la ne kilo te ko sia ben ne de altene ban te show tomorrow ke tiang badil te ne do ben ban brai ke kui ke te to ke 10 years ago ne survive. I hope they big ben ko taran ke in by and then but to no chang ne week bo mo ran je me chi survive wa je don kan je ke week me don be je ke next weekend gwa bo ko bia leng bo bia nem go ka na sne ne ko ne ba right ke me to exactly. So a genocide ko na celebrate ki ko na commemorate u team ko ne konte chanak shi don ta kallo a don giya kallo a ko team ko ne konte jere just ko na ko no kai jo me chari alaka chala du weekend me ben na dil right ku team ko ne ko okay bana right kon dial ko team ko ne kon ku Saturday right now on 16 ne ko na na ga long on 16 December and na kana ga long agent Saturday ku tung ba be so agent Saturday me o Sunday ban ne kon team ke next week ban shu ke nyam kon let kon be make sure she propose change ke jin bi ke topic kami survive bi nang shodu bi te dial te kon la no one ba stop shimen ngai kon che tan ni one stop so it just reminding you ne banal team ne kon te lem no dem let kon so team ne kon do dien ende la yin no dial mi yin web to access ke internet so nas house ke clubhouse go to kon dial ku ban shero nyaktin Mitik access, so make sure you think go na login right now nyok ku la ni antin 24/7 micha tam du ato yen bi ato ne den ti ba ke bikan le kwal and then run bi ala ben bi la to so let 24/7 di ne jana ne antin jen ne jen ngo ne jen die ne to core maybe 200 people, a lot of people are going to show up. Make sure you think go an share kon we share kel ko mo te mo nori hopefully now log in ta private room dung nori na jeng public so de la ko ne loy test ken be jan long ko jawer u ne jan long nyurga tene ga tane almost 10 hour number 2 ne ga ta diok yesterday 3 p.m. until now ngode kuna la yen ta la kuna lo ga kuna ka private dung nori na jeng public ba nyo follow a little bit hopefully ba ko toy ko ne ite ga tane almost 10 hour benel relax so balagol ji Australia tin dong ke ba ke konne te no America bene toy ji Africa ji Australia ji Europe I think ke ne brum gol ki ramlet ke third chip ke western country government then be belling ko welat ko betam ko wo gore lade so te laim di long ko ci kon ben tem dan ke no kon a very important ko bana ke so ni be ban mi de kel kero so bana je ke chang de ani good night.
Yes, God, Pirkina, Yes, God, Pirka, Yes, go back to Moon, Yes, go America, Yes, go Obama. Yes, God, Pirka, Yes, go Pirka, Yes, go back to Moon, Yes, go America, Yes, go Obama. Yen so that Pirka Tigron. Kadida Yanum Jitnubi Nuri, no more be any chatchang don't Yamanu, Tapora Yen so that Pirka Tigron. Kadida Yanum Jitnubi Nuri, no more be any chatchang don't Yamanu. Yes, God, Pirka, Yes, go Pirka, Yes, go back to Moon, Yes, go America, Yes, go Obama. Yes, go Pirka, Yes, go Pirka, Yes, go back to Moon, Yes, go America, Yes, go Obama.
Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Is the young Sankian Murgum? Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Garwit will gonna conquer and lay. Is the young Sankian Murgum? Just got Birkin, Jayus ke Afrika, Jayus ke Benkimun, Jayus ke Amerika, Jayus ke Obama, Jayus ke Afrika, Jayus ke Afrika, Jayus ke Benkimun, Jayus ke Amerika, Jayus ke Obama. وهامي كهولي يا زنسو وهامي كلبي يتكفى وهامي بزدش من لاسينو وهامي عنكتوني يدفى وهامي شي مدي ملوا 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 Khoi loi da chalu nya no da ka wi cha ya ka dwal bal ka da ja go riet mot pe da gwa yas ka ko Khoi da chalu ni do Khoi loi da chalu nhuan no da ka wi cha ya ka dwal bal ka da ja go riet mot pe da gwa yas ka ko ay 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 ji wa kan ku din charan ne na yan man kanagat kagat ji wa kan ku din charan ne na yan man kanagat kagat cha pal ji tjire chalya bal chudi yana ram tigre chuni cha pal ji tjire chalya bal Chotga ke baat tiga tiga Siapa lagi kecil celya bal Tuai keran ngabung kanaman Siapa lagi kecil celya bal Ada tuai keran ngabung kananyaman Siapa lagi kecil celya bal Bal ketu daga chavramirol Siapa lagi kajir celya bal Du keting cacap kan wantare wala jap Siapa lagi kajir celya bal Kena metwa Gemias garan Siapa lagi kajir celya bal Rana 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 korjan rana 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 kos Rana 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 korjan rana 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 kos Keran meran kos Mekeran konararan Ejengpel naro ketega tikibire Ran meran kos Mekeran konararan Ejengpel naro ketega tikibire Koida chalo nido Koi loi da chalo nyuan No gaka wicha jakadwal
Palkada Jagariat Tumot Pig the Guayas Kagako I let the mind me talk Jan Wang room deep Melara door me jail and Mude Jarwe Java Chada Jik and I dare McKenkai Mela boot the will to jen no de kaj the boot the will to the banganga ba kaj around the parallel yet come around the parallel around ya konara a jungle narok take around the parallel yet come around the parallel Mekeran konararan, jempel narok te tichire. I left the mind me tot, yet wang room. Lara door me je the mumide jarwe awa yo du ke ked bering dago ke we che be pin do kabang ba bentale jwelle lunyen nyam randa parale ye ramiranda parale ran cha konara e chempel naro ke te tichibire Randera paralel, yet Ramirandera paralel. Mekeran konararan, Chumpel naroke, Tichibure. Goida chalunido, Goida chalunyo. No dakawicha, Jakadwan. Palkada Chagariat Tumot Pig the Guayas Kagako a Chumpel Narok take a tichibirwich